Okay, here we go. We've got the game all started. This is Napo versus Molo. This is game 3 of the Allied Final Tournament. Both allies won the first games. So this is a best of 4. So there's 4 games being played, 2 on Axis, 2 on Allies, and then it goes to sudden death with the first team winning an uncontested Axis game wins. So very, very exciting. I can't wait. I already know the teams. We have Napoleon, Kron, like with a K, and Kron with a C. So Napoleon is Germany, Kron with a K is Italy, Kron with a C is Spain. Then we have Molo UK, Kraz France, Salin Norway, and Chris as Russia. So here we have with the early take for Belgium, just using the infantry. So pulling the tanks back right away, so that's a little bit of a different strategy that we've just noticed. Going ahead with the standard attack, but France is pulled and is going to go and try to defend over this region here. So again, this is new. I love seeing this. I love the different play. UKBC is already going towards to poke in Egypt, so that's some quick movement on that. So getting ready, pulling the troops as we can see here. Got the 4th transport with the 8 Marines. So this is live, so we don't see what's in the transports, but that's okay. We've got the APM bars on the top. We have Norway that has correctly gotten Finland, and then this attack, Germany had cleared out Switzerland and was able to go right on top of it towards the south of France. Not too much of a hold here, a little bit late on the buildings. So all he's trying to do is get the CC out, and then Germany's going to see that and take it out. So that puts him at risk over in the Middle East. But this was a France hold, so as you can see, the drops were missed. I'm sorry, but a whole bunch of the troops. That's why there's not much of a hold. He still got 70 kills, and that must have been from defending Africa. He's now going to counter to go work through all of these bunkers, and he's going to try to stack this Italy trigger. So big moves. So Kraz defending Algiers, and this is in the 3.1 version where it's supposed to be even harder to do that because of only starting with less troops and only starting with 1 tank and 1 infantry. So Germany still has a lot of tanks. Look at all that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 tanks. That is, 5, 6, 7 more than he should be having. And Italy doing a good job poking out Chris. Chris has not done a major attack yet, so he hasn't attacked at all. So where's he spending his money? Makes me think he's going to go drops, but I don't see the drops out yet, so he's being very careful. He's doing a 274 over 200 attack. Okay, looks like he's getting ready to move in. This is a very, very large attack. Salin's going to be joining with him with a whole 126. Let's see if he's going to be able to get all the troops out. He's going. They're going for it. You have 400 troops that are going to be attacking this east wall, and France, you wish you would have held a little bit more on the west, but they were able to hold Algiers, so he's going to have to do something in Africa. But first, let's take a look at this attack. The Russian BCs are trying to poke from a distance. They haven't been able to Yamato just yet. They still got their energy. They're poking, and as Chris is trying to get all his troops into action, double bunker wall by Kron, and diving for the RAF, able to get a shot off, maybe 2, but not too much else. All the air. We have 3 groups of Axis air. Only France is missing from this big attack. Reinforcements coming in from Norway. They're going to need these, and let's see, they're not going to decide to retreat. It looked like he was possibly going to retreat with the BCs, but they're going to continue to push in. Doesn't look like this bunker is full over here, but only 2 bunkers left under the main wall before they're able to get this physics bay. It's a wide open core, but deciding not to push too hard, they're going to back off, and taking out this siege tank is important. It is a very useful defender on the eastern front. But Spain doing an early drop, being able to get 4 tanks as well as a number of Marines down into Algiers, and Kraz is building Dragoons. So he really needs UK's help here, but it's not going to be enough. They're definitely going to be getting this fleet beacon, unless it's disaster. All the while, industry was gotten. So good job, Kraz. He did go ahead and rebuild the CC. So a lot of money and a lot of time wasted. Where's this city? I don't understand. Is this some sort of new version? There should be a city right here. So I don't understand what's going on with that. But Italy has been completely cleared out of Africa. Very, very strange happenstance. It's very rare that by turn 2 you have the allies with on near complete control of Africa. But I'm really wondering about Turkey. Like, where's Turkey? There you go. It's just because in the fog of war we don't see it. It must be something that was added recently for the observer mode for when you're spectating a live match. But he's going to look to go ahead and start clearing Africa, and just a little bit of these trigger troops that are going to try to do as much as they can, but really they're not going to do too much against these Goliaths. Spain looking to make sure not to lose Mediterranean. That's going to be happening at 0, and they're going to already start to stack it. Kron's going to be getting money, so he should have more than enough to stack it. This is a little bit of a dangerous position over here, especially with Africa being taken. So I know if you pump troops out, it should be safe, but he doesn't want to keep that barracks there too much longer past this turn. Axis destroying unnecessary bunkers, and Kron with a K, knowing that this is a very important point right here with the physics bay, going ahead and building 2 bunkers. Now, this is the unusual bunker. You wouldn't normally see that, but it also helps any sort of lower. Well, it just helps with reinforcements. If Russia's able to get a flank up here on the top, you have a double bunker wall. If these bunkers are destroyed and the allies are moving up, be able to have also have a double bunker wall. So good tank count so far from Kron. BC count also looking good. I'm not going to be checking the upgrades just yet. It's still a little bit too early. But this is how important this med trigger is even this early, all the air is going towards here. It doesn't look like any buildings are going to be lifted from Italy. Probably just a little bit too focused on holding east at the moment. And Salin looks like he's going hard east. And with a great first attack like that, I can't blame him. Does have the starport, but isn't building any dropships as of yet. Maxing out the 2 barracks. And I would probably do the same as Salin. So Chris is doing a massive attack, 224. He knows he's got to go soon because he's maxed out. And whenever you're maxed out as Russia, unless there's very good reasons not to, you always want to be attacking. So here we have tanks coming in first. Let's see if this tank can start hitting this. More than likely not. He's going to go... Oh, there he goes. Going to start attacking the siege tank. Brings that down to half health. The Norway, you don't necessarily want to be coming by this way. You do if you can knock out these 2 bunkers. It's just you don't want to be putting a whole lot of troops into this kill zone right here. But now that you're going to have a flank from Russia, when this flank starts to hit up and Russia starts hitting this bunker, then that's when you want to smash down in here. So I don't agree with him coming up north. You want to take out these 2 bunkers, which Russia's going to have to take out anyways, and then you'd be able to meet up, and he'd be right here right now if he attacked. And then you'll be able to get a good flank on these BCs. But with this attack as it is right now, you're just looking to take a couple of bunkers out and then go hard for the core. There he goes. I love it, Salin. You're controlling your troops. You're making it happen. You're going for the core. Let's see if he's able to get the core and possibly the star part of that as well. If you go for this bunker, there's going to be no defenses, and you can get possibly 1, maybe 2 starports, as well as possibly getting this CC. Great use of his men, making sure to hot click all of them. He needs to get this last tank, but it's really not that important. Making sure to get this CC, and then moving his troops, controlling everything that he can. He's getting the maximum value from this attack, and I guess I was wrong, because this attack has been proven to be way more useful than combining with the Russian forces. You just knocked out the core, you knocked out 3 key buildings that Germany has, really the only ones he cares about. And let's see if this attack's be able to go on. Kron is dropping. He's trying to get everything he can. But against all these tanks, you might have been wanted to drop right on top of them, but he just wanted to get as many troops into the field as possible. If UK Goliaths coming right up out to help. It looks like they're going to be able to stop this. They have to get the air in there. They need to be able to stop these Goliaths, but the Goliaths were already killed, and now there's not enough ground to be able to do anything. These troops are going to be destroyed, and now Kraz is going to have firm control over Algiers. Drops are in a lot of trouble. Looking to go within all, no, wow, having 3, all these turrets up, just means that the scouts can't come willy-nilly and start destroying dropships, but being able to keep your dropships in this area without fear of scouts taking them out puts all kinds of pressure onto Kron as Spain. And yes, he's got his 2 barracks pumping, but it makes you think whether he's going to be building another bunker or not. You couldn't help fault him from doing that. I know he's a World War I player and all, and they don't like making bunkers, but when you have pressure from both Norway possibly going drops, you don't know if he's switching the drops above you, and also you know the drops are directly below you from France, then one can't help but blame someone for building another bunker. But he looks like he's going to go hard all in, and France looks like he's moving all out. So not wanting to stack that, I guess he thinks it's possibly a lost cause. Very strange. I would have thought Kraz would probably try to hold this. These 3 missile turrets give you a lot of value against Germany, and you wouldn't think that he'd just want to lose it. I would have thought that he would possibly try to defend on this area right here. Maybe making a single bunker or something to give some sort of defense against Spain, but he's pulling way back, and it looks like he's going to be going towards Turkey. So I like that he's doing something. Communication by Kron, I guess it doesn't look like they're on Discord at the moment, which is very hard for the access to coordinate when you're not on Discord. And he's asking his Germany, what do you want me to do? Germany a little busy right now. 2, 4, 6, 7 drops by Exel, and so little because he's been putting most of his focus on the east and trying to get good shots, and he did get that core, and in the long game you have to favor the allies. We're getting this core, what was that, 2nd turn, 3rd turn, something like that. Very popular for the first drop of Norway to be going Ireland. If you use 2 drops worth of men, you can easily take this. You get a city for your team, you knock out a whole bunch of supply depots, 5 supply depots for Kron, which is going to make him supply capped, as you can see. But here we have the early aggression from Axis. I just love it. I love the aggressive play. You heard them talking about it. They know that this could be make or break. They're deciding to attack with the BCs. Wow, that was close. I thought they possibly could have went in. Molo looking for the right time and the right opportunity, and it's wide open right now. Here they're going to get shots at the BC, 1 down, and they're going to see if they're doing more. He's got another group behind not doing anything. A little bit of miscue there from Molo, and wow, he could have got a couple of BCs, and instead he only got 1. He's looking to get some pot shots out of the messers, but very dangerous for him to be keeping his air. Russia needs to be attacking into Poland. They shouldn't be attacking all the way, but you should be controlling this point, and a couple of BCs being able to be taken out by Russia. So good messer control by Chris. It's not messers, it's scouts, but I always say messers because most of the time it's the Axis that are using these types of units, these scout units. But early attack by Kron, wanting to put some pressure. They're keeping the pressure onto the allies, dropping ahead into Norway, and with that counter drop by Stalin, moving his transports into the way is more than enough. He's just trying to kill buildings right here, trying to get the most out of this drop as possible. And if he kills this supply depot, then that's about all he can do. And yep, that's about all. And you did clear out all the buildings in this area, which makes it a lot easier for Germany to head up there without the Allies knowing that you're going to be hitting until it's too late. Oh, here we have, looks like a sneaky attack by Chris. Assuming that the Axis are not there. Good communication by Nap saying he's sending the BCs down there, and that's one of the things as a caster that I do like when there isn't voice comms, is you get to see at least what they're saying, and you can cast it, and it just provides for a better experience. I know strategically it's better to have the voice comms, you get to do more, but here Kraz ends up making a very good move and pulling all his troops out, and really this is empty, and the Axis don't know that this is empty. This is a waste of time for the BCs, but you can't know that as Nap. Honestly, I would have done the same thing as he would. And he takes out these. He sees that there's nobody there. It's been emptied out, and it looks like Russia's going to pull back. But you don't want to block this passageway. Come on, dude. You can't block this. France is trying to help you. He wants to get his troops into there. But as soon as these BCs are seen, they're going to know that Turkey's taken. There you go. And they're going to see the troops pouring in. And there's going to be a fight right along this bunker wall. This one's going to be taken out, this one's going to be taken out, this one should possibly still be around, but it looks like Kron is going to be moving out his important buildings. He should also be moving out this command center as well. And Napoleon definitely needs to move this out. Wow. Great drop by Salin, being able to put double pressure. As soon as you see the BCs, you want to run away. Get away. Absolutely. You're going to make him have to send ground troops to go and stop you. You're going to be able to clear all these buildings and all these missile turrets. That's going to make future drops easier, as well as the Allied air easier to come and attack BCs in the future. So knowing that they're winning the long game, they're deciding not to engage these BCs full on. They also have major air and other parts of the map. So great coordination by the Allies, and it just shows where the extra person really is an advantage for the Allies, 4 versus 3. But there's not much that the Axis can do in this situation. Salin, just excellent use of his men, just being everywhere at once for his team. I know I keep talking about him. I kind of got a little bit of bromance to him, and not just because I used to play League of Legends with him before he retreated back to Portugal, but you know, sometimes that's a tactical advantage. Portugal, very strategically located off a couple of major waterways, and militarily, I'm sure Salin can tell you the strategic advantages of defending Portugal. But we're going to go back to the game already. This is not World War II we're talking, but here we have Kron. He was talking about it all game. He was like, do I go Africa? Do I go Africa? Do I go Africa? After a only quasi-successful Norway drop, here he's going Africa. But Kraz should be able to play the long game. He's getting not only money from the Middle East, but he's getting the money from Turkey. So unless the Axis can go throughout Turkey, which is this area right here, and start to put pressure, he is going to be able to outmoney Spain. Spain just starting to take these Algiers cities. And I want to take a look, so we're going to take a peek. Yeah, Spain is going to try to bunk this area. So he just wants to get this all taken care of, maybe put a couple of bunkers, make it easily defensible. There's no way a bunker or two is going to defend against all of these troops that are coming up. These are specialized French dragoons, and look at that. Napoleon trying to get some fire bats out of the D-Day. This is literally as much as Kron can get out, but once these tanks get in here, there's not much that can happen. Scouts at the ready, looking to get this trigger, and there we go. What a great move by Molo to send the floated building to get all these French troops and be able to crush this with losing as little as possible. Going to get all kinds of pressure. He should be getting his drops to be able to start splitting this map open soon. So he's got his 2 shuttles right here, and see if we can find his drops. There's all 7 drops. So Allies majorly out taxing the Axis, and this D-Day could mean the end. Russia does have a troop advantage over Italy. These 3 bunkers are not going to be enough to defend. He needs German air, but German air can't be everywhere, and that's where you're going to see the pincer move. Anywhere that these BCs are going to go, the army is going to fall back, or you're going to have Molo just try to race towards these BCs, which very well could happen. And I think they're seeing the end of the game right now. There's not enough ground. Germany's trying to pump Marines. Spain's dropping, but it's too little, too late. And no, Kron, it wasn't necessarily your bad. Yeah, you could have done more, but like, you were asking about whether to go to Africa or not, and you didn't get an answer. So yeah, just good move by Kraz, and very unusual. Again, like, you saw how I would have played it. I would have defended those 3 missile turrets, and I would have been wrong because the BCs would have came and destroyed that army. So Kraz, immediately knowing that there was nothing left he could take in Algiers, and went directly towards Africa, to Turkey, because he knew he had enough army and to be able to get his troops on the east, where you can really do some damage and not risky by turning them into drops and sending them towards your enemy, which are easily defensible. Here's the kills. Right away, you're looking at Salin pretty much equaling Kron, and that's not what you want to be as Spain. Spain, you want to probably have about 100 more farms. So we're going to go ahead and save this game. I know that they're being saved right now by other people, but wow, great tournament game. Alright, RavExel, we're going to keep these tournament games going. I can't wait to cast some more.